Up with KREM begins now.
A favorite summer activity is now banned at the Little Spokane River. This morning, what is still allowed?
And we're going to take you outside and talk a warm few days ahead. I'll let you know how hot we get across the inland Northwest.
And a foodie's favorite is making a comeback this summer. This morning, details of the Riverfront Eats, the food truck and their series. I know, so yummy.
Well, good morning and welcome to Up with KREM. Here's a live look at the World War II Memorial. Right now, we are awaiting a wreath-laying ceremony. Sorry, words are hard. President Biden is also set to observe Memorial Day today with an address after laying a wreath at the tomb of the unknown soldier. In Delaware on Sunday, the president paid tribute to fallen service members and honored his late son, Bo, a veteran who died of brain cancer 6 years ago to the day.
So this morning, we would love to give you a chance to shout out someone on this Memorial Day. Send us a message, 509-448-2000. As you can see on your screen there, we've already had the opportunity to share some of them. The photos, thank you so much for sending those in. Just another a way to put a face to the sacrifice. Absolutely. Right?
Oh, it's so incredible. It's really amazing seeing these photos come in. Please keep sharing them. They are a wonderful way to remember.
Yeah, the photos, but also the text along with it, the names and who that person was. We are so grateful every single day, not just on Memorial Day.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, 6:30 on the dot. Thanks so much for being with us here on Up with KREM. You know, it has just been a fabulous past couple of days. After kind of a stormy end to the work week last week, it's really turned out to be a great weekend.
I know, we've been lucky.
Yeah, you know, really the only unfortunate thing about that stormy end to the work week last week, it actually didn't do anything in the way of helping us out in our drought. Our drought actually worsened at the end of last week, so that's the unfortunate side of it. But we do have some warm days ahead. But as we mentioned a little bit earlier, it's one of those ones where we now have some burn bans in place, so you have to be extra diligent in putting out that fire. Remember, if you can't just stick your hand into your fire pit and just put your hand on it and go, that's nice and cool, then it's not nice and cool. It likely will start back up. It's really difficult to put out a fire, so make sure it's out. Douse it in water until it's completely out. Dump and stir just to make sure. All of those things, because right now we are exceptionally dry. I know it looks green, but that's because of this. You can see watering everything around town and even over in Coeur d'Alene. So just the next few days are really going to be important to make sure that all of your fires are out, and there is that burn ban in place. So KREM.com, you'll find out all of the information you need to know about that. Temperatures in the 50s from Wenatchee to Moses Lake, Spokane to Coeur d'Alene, 46 up in Sandpoint. Let's say you're all the way up around, say Newport, Priest Lake area. Your temperatures are in the 40s. You're just a couple of degrees cooler than they are up in Sandpoint, and that's really about as cold as you're going to get. The clear skies overhead means that this is about our coldest time of the day, and temperatures will continue to rise and rise quickly as we move through the day. By the time we hit the 8 o'clock hour, we'll be up to about 60, by noon up near 80, and by this afternoon our temperatures will top out in the mid 80s here in Spokane. So if you are headed out in Spokane, Coeur d'Alene, Sandpoint, anywhere, Moses Lake, wherever it might be to observe Memorial Day and some of the observances, just know it's going to be hot. Bring plenty of water and dress in light clothing, and don't leave kids or pets in your car. It is hot today and getting even hotter this week, so it's that time of year that you got to double check each and every time. But it is going to be warm. Coming up in your full forecast, we'll talk just how warm it is going to get in the coming days.
All right, Jeremy, thanks so much. Well, this year, the Parks Department is making some big changes to one of the most popular put-in spots on the Little Spokane River.
That's right. This morning, Brandon T. Jones joins us from the Little Spokane River in Riverside State Park to tell us more. Good morning, Brandon. What can we expect for the summer activities?
Well, good morning, Tim and Dana Marie. You heard Jeremy just talking about it a few moments ago. It's getting hot, and that means people are trying to get out on the water. Right now, I'm in a popular location, the St. George Put-in next to the Spokane Little River. This is a popular location for kayaking, canoeing, and over the last few years, paddleboarding. But this year, paddleboarding won't be allowed here at St. George Put-in, and that's because Washington State Parks and Recreation says this is keeping up with regulations that prohibit certain activities. When the law was first made, paddleboards were not as popular as they are right now. Paddleboard users are most likely to fall in the river, and staff have seen an increase in habitat and resource damage to the Little Spokane River. You don't have to worry though, because there are other locations in Spokane where paddleboards are permitted. You can launch at Pleas Flats on the Spokane River, 9 Mile Recreation Area on Lake Spokane, Carlson Road put in at the top of the dam, and Lake Spokane Day Use Area on Lake Spokane. Starting this summer, kayaks will be available to be rented here at St. George Put-In. So that's a great opportunity to get out on the waters, but you don't have to worry. There are other locations where you can get your paddleboarding in. And I know a lot of us are excited to get out there to start some of these water recreation activities. Tim, Dana Marie.
All right, Brandon, thanks so much for that. Well, time for your morning rush now. More news in less time.
Hoop Fest team registration opens tomorrow. Volunteer applications are also still being accepted. And just a reminder, volunteers can get some pretty good Nike swag. Now it's time to pull together your team, come up with a creative name, and register your players. This year's Hoop Fest is scheduled for September 11th and 12th.
Also coming back this summer is the Riverfront Eats Food Truck Series. Starting tomorrow, you can get food at Riverfront Park from 11 a.m. until 2 p.m. A portion of the proceeds will go towards free and low-cost programming in Riverfront Park. The trucks you can get from right now are Mixed Plate, Ben & Jerry's, Farmer's Daughter, Tacos Camargo, and Skewers.
Well, Kroger, the parent company of QFC and Fred Meyer, has a big incentive if you get the COVID vaccine. The chain is giving $1 million and customers free groceries for a year if they win. Kroger will announce prices, official rules, and eligibility later this week. It's all part of a collaboration with the Biden administration to advance vaccination efforts this summer.
For Memorial Day, a group of kids took the time to celebrate the true meaning of the holiday, to honor those who made the ultimate sacrifice for our country. So kids from the Northeast Youth Center planted a flag and placed a penny on headstones at Fairmount Memorial Park Cemetery. Now, a coin on a headstone has a lot of significance. It lets deceased soldiers' families know that somebody stopped by and paid respects. So here's what they each mean. A penny symbolizes a visit. A nickel shows someone trained with the deceased soldier, and a dime shows that they served together. And then a quarter left on a headstone symbolizes someone was there when the soldier died.
People paid tribute this Memorial Day weekend by joining the first ever Fairmount Memorial Association's Race to Remember. The 5K event at Riverside Memorial Park is helping to fight senior hunger.
You know, so often people forget and forget, our history and our past, and when that happens, then the future is not so bright. So it's important to remember those causes and take care of our community as well.
The course was decked out Saturday in over 1,500 full-sized American flags, and it is just beautiful. All proceeds of the event benefits Meals on Wheels Spokane to provide warm, nutritious meals to their veterans and their families.
Well, that's your Morning Rush. More news in less time. Let us know what's happening in your neighborhood by using the hashtag #UpWithKREM on social media.
Well, coming up after the break, we connect the dots on the traveling during the pandemic and why some are concerned about cases spiking.
And we're going to take you outside as temperatures continue to climb later this week. We have a heat advisory in place for central Washington. I'll let you know how warm those locations are set to get.
And this Memorial Day, we do want to share information with you about the holiday. Did you know it was first celebrated in Waterloo, New York? It's a way to honor military personnel who died in the Civil War, and it was made a national holiday in 1971.